Hi, Noah.
Hi, shalom.
Shalom. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Um, I know you from the Gaza Support Network. You are the co-founder of the Gaza Support Network, a nonprofit organization that, as you told me, was created out of a response in May 2025 to what was going on and just grew rapidly within a week. Within a
Yeah,
week, you said it was just so. I'd love to hear more about how it happened, what brought you to create it, and yeah, if you could share with us.
sure. So I'll start from what is for me the beginning. And the beginning of this process was, well, it depends on where I start counting, but I'd say I'll give a little recap. I lived in Berlin until 2021, and I felt like I need to come back to Israel. It's not like I'm a big fan of Israel, never was, but this is my home, and I felt like I need to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty fast, well, not so fast, but in October 7th, I was already pretty settled here. I had a 6 months baby and a partner and family. Um, and it was shocking and hard for me as it was for everyone, and everything started collapsing outside and inside. The ruin was very, very, very intense.
Yeah.
And then a year and a half into this thing, I found myself in February 25, January, February, very, very sick.
Mm.
It was long, like really, really hard to breathe, and my body was really said like, no, you're not doing anything. And I tried to fight it, but my body was very strict about
Yeah.
me needing to
Mm.
stop.
Mm-hmm.
Then I also found out that I'm pregnant again. So I was like, I knew that I'm going through something that I need to go through, something
Okay.
that the spirit of the time demands of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I felt very helpless and desperate and scared and sad, so sad to
Mm.
be to witness this tragic reality
Yeah.
that is happening. And of course, being Israeli and considering the facts, I hold Israel responsible for the situation, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
also looking at it as a whole, and nothing happens out of nothing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
the way I see it, and maybe it's not as popular opinion, but I'm done being popular. I'm just saying what's
Yeah.
real for me and
Yeah.
honest for me.
Mm.
This is something Israel and Palestine cook together.
Yeah.
This stew is a shared
Yeah.
stew.
Yeah.
But for me, as a personal, individual woman in this time and place, I felt like I'm standing at the shore and asking the horizon, asking life, okay, what do you want from me? I'm
Mm.
here. I'm doing the best I can to be present, to be awakened, to be heartful. What what do you want from me in
Mm-hmm.
in this in this time of ruin? And of course, I didn't get an answer. But a few days later, I got a friend request from Facebook. Hi, Noah. this is Muhammad, your friend from Gaza.
Yeah.
And it felt like a message in a bottle. So of course it wasn't the first time I got this kind of friend request. Maybe not in this, not specific in these specific words, but for sure I got friend requests from Gaza and from Palestine and from Palestinians. But it caught me in the right moment, and at first I thought, oh, like the usual the automatic thought reaction, like,
Yeah.
what is it? It's Hamas. It's a scam.
Yeah.
You want to reject that
Yeah.
because of all the things we got used to think. But then I said, hey, Noah, this is what you wanted. The separation, the forced separation between us and the people
Yeah.
in Gaza,
Yeah.
considering our shared narrative and land and water and sky and fate,
Yeah.
is
So much shared between the two.
yes.
Yeah.
And hearing, I'm in Tel Aviv and close to Yafo. I hear the bombs.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can we think we're separated?
Yeah.
How can we keep thinking that and still think that we can stay sane
Yeah.
when it's so twisted?
So how did you react to Muhammad? Because I know that pretty much when you created the Gaza Support Network, which is May 2025, I had Imad contact me on Facebook saying, "Hi Talya, this is Imad from Gaza."
Yeah.
And I too went through such despair all around this time that when I got when Imad contacted me, I felt so excited. I straight away I said, let's have a call. Let's see each other. And there was such a connection so fast. My heart just expanded and I knew I wanted to help. And that's when I started helping Imad. And later on, I found your organization, and thankfully, because I stopped feeling so alone. But tell
Yeah.
me, how was it for you? So he contacted you on Facebook.
Yeah. And I said, hi, I'm Muhammad. I'm your friend from Tel Aviv. And we started chatting very basically, and then pretty fast he sent me a link to GoFundMe to support his communal project. He brings water to El Maghazi, the refugee camp in the middle of the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
And he asked me to donate, and I said, dude, I'm not just gonna send money to a person in Gaza. Okay? Let's talk. Let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
And he said, great, let's.
Yeah.
And it was so simple. Two people in the world
Yeah.
wanting to do something together. In this case, he wants me to support his project.
Yeah.
And they get to know each other.
Yeah.
Isn't it so normal?
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We started chatting. We sent pictures of ourselves, of our kids. I pretty fast, I also asked him, like, what do you think about October 7th? What do you think about this whole situation? And I found a person who has very similar feelings to mine.
Yeah.
Very, very common, as I think. There's room for everyone. We need to find the way, bottom
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
when we connect to the Palestinian people that are the ones we're helping, it feels like we really are so similar.
yes.
Like our views are so similar about everything, I find.
And I assume that the more radical people who feel like they're more like enemies, they would probably have also similar point of views, just from the
Yeah.
other side.
Opposite.
Like
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
it's
Similar
like a
traits,
scale.
opposite.
So
Yeah.
we feel very close.
Yeah.
So I also asked him to send me pictures of the project because I wanted to see that he's real that he's real, that he's
Yeah.
honest and
Yeah.
truthful. And he sent me pictures of himself. I asked him, like, I saw him also on the video chat, so I knew that his pictures it's really him. And I also wanted to respect the complexity, right? I'm saying this is so simple, but we should also give space and room and respect the complexity of the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. No, let's not be like La La Land. So, and he was very, it wasn't a big deal. Not the simplicity and not the complication. Everything
Yeah.
was just what it was.
Yeah.
And because we were simple and honest, then things were simple and honest.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Pretty fast, he said, you have to meet my wife. So he added Dina to the chat box, and there was 3 of us there. And I, of course, loved her immediately because she's a woman and she's gorgeous. And
Yeah.
the conversation just rolled, and we chatted every day for about a week or 2. And then of course, I donated to the campaign, and I shared it on my personal Facebook, the campaign, but also the relationship, like my process. I shared it in very openly, and I got very positive responses on Facebook.
Really, from friends, your friends, your Israeli friends?
My Facebook friends, most of them I don't know. Some I know, but many Israeli who I don't know. And then Facebook started sending me more and more friend requests from Gaza, and people asking me to support and donate for their campaigns. And I felt this is probably so unpleasant for the people in Gaza to beg for donations on the social networks, and also very not sustainable. Maybe you'll get a 50 euro here and there, but they need to eat. It was the time of when they closed all the crossings.
All the crossings,
And
which
there
are
was,
still even now still really pretty much closed, even in this
but
ceasefire.
you can't compare.
It's true.
It was the beginning of the famine.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
true. Now
asked
there's more
Muhammad,
food. Yeah.
so they asked Muhammad, and I asked Muhammad and Dina, how much money does a average family need to eat twice a day? Back in May 2025, it was about 2,000 shekels. Later in August, it was more like 6,000.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, 2,000 shekels per month. This is not a big deal for 10 people to share, right? Everyone puts, I don't know, 100, 200 shekels, 300 shekels per month, according to what they feel and can. And then if a group of people adopt in that matter, a family in Gaza, so it's sustainable. They can afford it, and they know that that they're not going to starve. And I also shared this idea on my Facebook page, and I woke up the next day with 200 messages on my messenger, asking, how do you contact people in Gaza? How can you send them money? How can I join? Where do I sign? Where do I pay? I have a family which I want to support. I know friends back from 20 years ago. Like all love got loose. Like all hell broke loose. All love broke loose.
Yeah.
Really, it was so moving. I felt like I got this message in a bottle on the shore.
Yeah.
This was my metaphor. And actually, if I turned back, there were like 200 people standing behind me, waiting for this message to be read.
That is so unique, Noah. That is so unique because I don't have that experience. Neither does my sister that's also supporting. Like that is, I actually didn't get a great, like some people, but nothing like what you're saying. That is really it seems like it was really meant to be.
Yeah, it really felt like that. So I replied each one individually, asking, who's the family, how much you want to support. But I couldn't keep up with the messages,
Yeah.
and I got people offered me help also, like managing this and administrating that. So pretty fast we realized that we need a form that people can fill up and to match families and supporters, and we needed coordinators, so one person to hold the support net and gather the money and be in touch with the families in Gaza. But that was the main essence, being in
Yeah.
touch
Yeah.
and and practicing our connection, which is not a matter of choice. We are connected,
Yeah.
whether we like it or not. I mean, we cannot like it, but it doesn't make it less of a fact. We
Yeah.
are connected.
Yeah.
So the question now is, how are we going to live this connection? Are we going to live it in trying to control and manipulate and bring each other down, or are we going to celebrate it
Yeah.
somehow? Maybe it's not possible, but aren't we going to try? Aren't we going to do everything we can for the opportunity for the option that it is possible?
Yeah. Yeah. And this support that we give and you give the Palestinians in Gaza is way more than just financial support. It really is. The financial support is a huge part, and it's super important because it's their lifeline. Even now in the ceasefire, it's their lifeline. But it goes way beyond just the financial support. The connection is huge. It's families. We have families in Gaza. The connection is so strong.
Yeah, and as we got deeper into the system, like this network organism, we really found out that the financial support is just one form of support.
Yeah.
There are endless colors and forms and shapes
Yeah.
to support. It's like when you're a parent. Of course, you support your children financially, but you are there for them. This has um, endless way to do that. There are endless ways to do that,
Yeah. Yeah. So, what other
and
ways does the organization support the people besides the connection and this family feeling, the money? What other
it's not
ways?
beside the personal connection. It is the personal connection, because
Yes.
when you're in touch with this person and you're there every day, or I don't know, twice, three times a week, whenever they need it and whenever they want,
Yeah.
then you know their needs in a present moment. So sometimes you support them with words, sometimes you support them with technical help, like one of a family member needed help in researching about scholarships.
Yeah.
So they have bad internet. Sometimes their English is not good enough. They need to survive. They don't have the time to sit and Google for scholarships around the world. Like, so you have you have a team.
Yeah.
You have a
Yeah.
team of women mainly that are doing this for you, supporting you with this. Sometimes, for example, there were kids that couldn't sleep because because of fear.
Yeah.
So other kids from a support net recorded a bedtime
Mm.
story for them and
Yeah.
send them recorded messages
Yeah.
and lullabies.
Yeah. 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 No, it's everything. What I
And
meant.
yeah, like buying computer or getting
Yeah.
medical reviews on their medical situations,
Yeah.
like really everything that life demands.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've been expanding the network has really been expanding. I now know that there's a group of doctors also that if somebody needs some advice,
Exactly.
like it's expanding into all these other little directions. Of course, in the heart is the connection, of course, but it seems like that it's growing in little other parts of
Yeah, and it's
support.
all expressions. It's different expressions of support and
Yeah,
care and love.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's not love like, "Ooh, I love you." Like, it's love that radiates from those who I think just cannot do other.
yeah,
We love and we want to express this love.
yeah, yeah. In
And
action.
for me, and it's not necessarily about people in Gaza. This is how I want to live. This is the world I want to live in. So
Mm,
I'm trying to practice what I preach.
yeah, yeah,
And now it's been expressed in this form.
yeah,
But for me, I mean, for me, Noah, this is not something that is necessarily have to be expressed to people in Gaza.
yeah,
I mean, but that's for me. I'm talking
yeah.
to my,
I understand.
and this is also, I think, why this initiative is um is magnetizing many people, because it's not about politics, it's not about the nationalities, it's not about being a left wing or being humanitarian. It's way more simple and down
Yeah,
to earth and coming from the core.
yeah. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. But I'm curious, living in Israel, I'm sure because I feel that our view is a minority in the Israeli public. And I'm wondering how you said that you had such great feedback when you posted on Facebook, but just in your day-to-day life, Israelis that hear about what you're doing, do you have any other reactions or?
Yes, but I have to say, not as you would expect. I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with the way I express it.
Yeah,
And I'm being very not um, provocative. I'm being very simple, and I'm always sharing. I'm not against, usually, I'm not against anything. I'm not versus anything. Of course, I feel horrible and repulsed, and I hate what Israel is doing. But I'm not, I'm doing my thing,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
always coming back to myself, not in a selfish way, but in a way that I can only take responsibility for the reality I create.
yeah,
And on a spiritual level, I I'm I want to stay humble to the big plan.
yeah.
I don't know what's supposed to happen between Israel and Palestine. I don't know what is written in the stars for the Palestinian people or the people in
Mm,
Gaza. I just know that what happens there is so sad and it feels so wrong.
yeah.
And what does the love tell me to do
Yes. What would love do?
now? Exactly.
Yeah.
What would love do?
What would love
And
do? Yeah.
and again, it's very personal, because love talks to me in a certain way and it talks to you in another way, but it's still the same love.
Love is love.
Exactly. And also, when people react to me in an aggressive way or criticizing me, not always aggressively,
Yeah.
like really, people ask,
Question. Yeah.
why do you do that? Like, why don't you take care of your own people? Or, um, and I put myself in their shoes too.
Mm,
and I understand them from their point of view. And I do my best to communicate with them respectfully and with love also, because we are connected just as me and the Palestinian are
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah.
We're all connected. So you
Yeah.
cannot say, okay, I'm connected to these, but I'm not connected to these.
Yeah.
No, I'm also connected to Trump and to Ben Gvir and to the terrorists who burn sheep in the West Bank.
Wow.
Sadly, we're
It's
all
it's a strong place to get to be able to feel connected to everybody in that way.
I'm not
That's a
necessarily feeling that, but I know that. I
okay.
know that. It's not an opinion or
Yeah.
an idea. It's a
Yeah.
fact,
Yeah.
physical
Yeah, but you
fact.
have to be quite evolved, because I personally experienced when I put stuff out, I feel anger towards me. Why are you supporting the Palestinians and not supporting the hostages that came back? Why are you supporting them? And I don't feel the same feeling you're getting, and I don't feel myself at the moment. I would like to be in a different place, but I feel the anger, and
Me
it puts
too.
me into defense. I go into defense. And it's nice for me to hear your experience.
I practice that.
Yeah,
It's not easy for me. I
I know.
also feel
Mm,
angry and hateful,
yeah,
but I let myself, like, I give myself the permission to feel everything.
exactly.
But I take responsibility for this violence that occurs in me,
Mm,
and I wait.
yeah,
So I let it I let it
move through the system.
affect me,
Mm,
and then I wait for the right moment to respond
mm,
from the wisdom of love. And I have to say that sometimes I fail. Sometimes I reply from ego and from anger, and that's also fine. I mean, that's
yeah,
also um something. It also has its wisdom, but I really try to practice this in every encounter.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes we succeed, like you said, and sometimes we fail.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and sometimes it also happens with the people in Gaza. It's not something that is only unique for Israeli, between me and Israeli. Sometimes also people
yeah.
in Gaza can communicate, because we communicate on a very
On the day
casual
to day.
level.
Yeah. Hmm.
So sometimes I get also pissed
Yeah. Yeah.
and angry. I don't.
Mm,
It it's different, but it's people.
yeah.
It's people to people.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the main thing is that we will take responsibility for the violent within ourselves, um, and echo what the thing that we want to the world to be,
Yeah.
as much as we can, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Beautiful.
What I wanted to say is that we're very used to thinking from within towards outside. What can we do towards outside? How can we help the people? How can we save as many lives as we can? But I find that this time asks for looking inwards all the time and educate ourselves. And maybe it's not about, like, for me, it's not so much about helping as many people as I can in Gaza. It's more about who are we for for each other? Who am I for them? If I'm
Mm,
not their savior, if I'm not their helper, then who am I? What am I? And not to leave this question open, but to answer it.
mm,
Am I their friend? Am I their partner in on a shared path? And if I am, then what does it look like?
Yeah.
And how do I react for requests for money? How do I act when I have suspicions that if they're being truthful? How do I act when I'm completely helpless and there's nothing I can do?
Yeah.
How do I
It's
act when they're being aggressive towards me and
mm,
demanding
mm,
as if I'm their bank?
yeah.
Not that the bank just gives you money, right? But you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So
It's
you've gone through experiences like that. Like, could you share an experience? Something.
um yeah, there was one family member that she asked if I can help her paying for medical treatment privately because the health system is very packed and
Mm-hmm.
she needed a procedure. And I said, she asked for a lot, like more than $1,000. And I said, I'm sorry, like there's no way that I can raise this money from my inner circles.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, maybe you can make an effort. Da, da, da. And I said, I can try, but I really doubt it.
Yeah.
And a few days later, she sent me a message. Can you please try? I really need this. I really need this. So you're the only one who can help me.
Mm-hmm.
And I responded, I'm not your bank. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got pissed.
Yeah.
And she got a bit scared. Not scared, but like she felt my aggression.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it to sound that way. And I said, it's okay. I'm also sorry for responding like that, but I got annoyed
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm sorry too. And then because we were just real
Yeah.
and it didn't stay there. We each one took responsibility for for her lack of sensitivity.
Yeah.
And then we started thinking together what can be done,
Mm.
how she can get the money, how I can help. Because
Yeah.
if you take a moment and you get out of your own skin and your own picture of yourself and the situation, there are ways. There are always
Yeah. There's
hidden
always ways.
paths. If
Yeah.
you get creative and open-minded and hearted and brave, then there are ways to do things. For
Yeah.
example, to get the money
Yeah.
or to get the procedure in another way. Anyway, we found a solution,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there was a moment there, and
Yeah.
a huge part of this practice is staying in the state of embarrassment
Yeah.
and and um and feeling helpless and feeling desperate.
Yeah.
Just stay
Yeah. Staying
and
in that
love.
uncomfortable place that we don't
Yeah,
like to be in.
yeah, and
Yeah.
trust the love.
Yeah.
Trust the love, not just the love between me and her, but trust the love that lives in me to
Mm-hmm.
guide me.
Yeah.
It will speak
Yeah.
if I'll stay
Yeah.
and be quiet for a moment. And that's hard for us.
Yeah. We're not taught. We're taught to react,
Exactly.
especially.
And to
Yeah.
find solutions
Yeah.
and protect ourselves and
Yeah.
don't be in a position that is not good for you and all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be in a position that's not good for you. Why did you get here? Go
Exactly.
through it and
Exactly.
discover and be revealed.
Yeah. Yeah. And beautiful also to learn to put boundaries, you know, that was such a, you put a boundary there. And she actually didn't blame, but actually took responsibility. And then you took responsibility and you both grew from that
And then the
experience.
boundary actually disappears because it's
Yeah.
an illusion anyway.
Yeah.
It's not really, the conversation about boundaries is tricky because
Yeah. But you didn't
it's not a
totally go.
fixed thing. Yeah, exactly. I was real. I was just
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. 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 Which what I
And
feel
that's
too
fine.
that is happening for me with the families I'm in touch with. It's just, it's a real connection. And when things are shit, they're shit.
Exactly. And when something is annoying, it's annoying. You know,
Yeah.
if somebody is like doing this to you or pulling hard enough, at some point you'll say, ow. And it's
Yeah.
not because you put your boundary, it's because it hurt. It's
Yeah.
simple. That's how I see it.
Yeah. So tell me today, how many families do you actually support? Like they're your circle? Because maybe first of all, if you could share how the organization works. So because it's actually different. Yeah. Share how the organization works.
It's the main structure is a group of people form a support network for a family in Gaza. Usually the support networks contains between 20 to 30 supporters. Each network has one coordinator or two coordinators. Uh, they're responsible for collecting the money and collecting the support, also when it's not just money,
Yeah.
and deliver deliver it to the family. And the each network is unique in the way they are being in touch with one another. Some networks, all the supporters are in touch with the family. Some
Yeah.
have like a shared group on WhatsApp or something like that. Some
Hmm.
are in contact individually. Some families are only in touch with the coordinator, and the coordinator sends updates to the support net
Yeah.
once or twice a month with pictures and like texts from the family. So it's very colorful,
Yeah. Many different ways.
many
And
different ways, and also the amounts of the money are different according to the family's needs and the support, like the network's stability. Some networks are very stable and strong, and some networks now after the ceasefire, mainly many
yeah.
networks got a bit loose. Um, so that's the main structure. Nowadays, there are more than 60 networks, so more than 60 families being supported.
Yeah.
I think there are more than 1,000 supporters altogether from
Yeah.
Israel and around the world.
Yeah.
Um, and that's beautiful because it's a bit like, you know, the mushroom mycelium, I think it's
Yeah.
called, like the
Yeah.
mushroom
The connection.
underground.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I always feel that this is the shape of this initiative,
Yeah.
and I really see it like neurons that send light,
Yeah.
and the light, it's like,
And
and
connect
it's
between each other, this whole web.
exactly in a very
Yeah.
mysterious way,
Yeah.
and like light and love that's being sent in a chaotic way and underground. And it's also pretty amazing because none of us ever met in
Yeah.
person. It's all in the space.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty futuristic. Like it's really special. I mean,
It is. Yeah.
um, I feel this initiative expresses something that is it's about time that we will grasp that
Yeah.
all those things like intimacy and support and care, it's beyond identity, it's beyond
Yeah.
space, it's beyond time,
Yeah.
it's
Just,
different dimension.
yeah. T- just people to people helping each other
unconditionally.
unconditionally, and with deep care, real deep care, deep connection, like we've been talking about. So, do you usually have families get to you? Like I feel that because I came to you because I had a family that I was supporting and I needed some extra help, so I came as like as a supporter. But do you also
Yeah.
have families contacting you, and then you connect a supporter to them, or it's the other way around?
Yeah, in the beginning, there were families, there were people coming either that they matched, like me and Muhammad and Dina, for example, like Facebook just matched them and then they support one time and stayed in touch and wanted to form a network to the family. Some families uh, came from mouth to ear within Gaza, like Muhammad brought his parents and brothers, Dina brought her family, they brought their neighbor, their neighbor of neighbor.
Yeah,
There's this widow, there's this cousin, everyone is in need.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
was very easy, sadly,
Mm,
to find the families.
mm,
There are a few networks that came with a family that they know before, activists from Israel that are being in touch for 20 years, with family that did
wow,
peace actions together in the 90s.
wow.
That there's this organization that used to drove people to get medical help and from Gaza and the West Bank to hospitals in Israel. So
Hmm.
many of those people stayed in touch with the families,
Yeah,
and now they wanted to create a network for them.
yeah,
So these are, it's mainly mouth to ear because we didn't publish this anywhere.
yeah. So,
So
if people that are listening to this conversation and would like to help in any way, what would be the best way for them to get in contact, or what options do they have?
I think the best thing is to join the network. It's just to say, hello, I want to support with $50 a month.
Yeah,
Um, and can you add me to a network? And then you can also decide if you want to be in touch with the family. And you don't have to, but I feel it's such a good thing.
yeah. It's a gift.
It's a gift, totally.
Yeah,
Um, so that's for me. I think this is option first option. We also have specific campaigns that we run, like general campaigns. For example, in the winter time, there was a winter campaign that
yeah,
was gathering money to buy winter gear, and we spread it among the families and those who need, and it wasn't just for a specific network.
yeah.
Now there's a Ramadan campaign, so you can donate there.
Hmm.
And also we started forming cooperations with bigger organizations, and we are taking part in a communal space in El Noir camp in Gaza. So we
Hmm.
formed a clinic, like medical clinic, first aid there, and
Wow.
communal space for non-formal education for kids and for adults, and also a place where they get like healing sessions, like a mental treatments and workshops and new toilets.
Okay.
So there's also this, you can become a friend of El Noir and support this camp and this communal space. And you can spread the word and start walking the walk,
Yeah,
and just be and echo this 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 wisdom with your own in your own way.
yeah, yeah. I find that there's lots of possibilities if you are connected to a family or you connect to the Gaza Support Network and you want to create something. There's so many people there that something could happen. It's based on your
Yeah,
desire, really.
exactly. It's based on your desire and your unique way to support. Because
Yeah.
maybe there are many people who don't have much money, for example. This is not their forte, but they have skills
Yeah.
and they have connections
Yeah.
and they are creative, and then they can find ways to support the family in other ways. There's a woman who gives um, therapies for disabled kids
Yeah.
online, for example. There are technical help that people that do technical help, and many ways. If you
Many
have the
ways. Yeah.
will, then you'll find
Exactly.
a way.
Exactly. And this is a support network for people in Gaza and for people that want to help people in Gaza. So it's connecting the two, really. It's so beautiful. Really, Noah, I'm so happy to be in contact because I felt, like I said, I felt very alone in my support until I came and met all these beautiful, mostly women. Are they mostly Israeli?
By now, I think it's like half and half.
Okay. Okay. So we will put in the links. It would just be connecting through your site, right? And then all the information is there. And you have a
Yeah.
Facebook page, Instagram.
Yeah, we'll put our new social media links. So we're growing.
Yeah.
It felt like it's time.
Yeah. Okay. Is
Thank
there
you,
anything
Talya.
else you'd like to share? Or
Um, just remember to feel. This is I think an important message. Not
it's a
just to
huge miss.
think,
Yeah.
to really feel and be quiet in the feelings and let them guide you.
That is really the message. I believe that too. I live that way too. Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, Talya.